Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to KMTcars. Today we are driving and reviewing this 2021 BMW 330e M-Sport X-Drive Touring. This car has the M-Sport seats with the M-Sport leather and the M-Sport Alcantara, which are heated but not ventilated, and they are really good looking and they're actually really comfortable. This car also has the aluminium trim and not the carbon trim, which is also an option, and it has a 10.25 touchscreen with the 7.0 iDrive system, which you can also control with hand gestures. So you can change songs by using this hand gesture, or you can turn up the volume by spinning your finger. And you can also control the touchscreen with this wheel here, so you don't have to take your hand up to the screen, but just roll and press it. And you can also press back and media and everything you need. And this BMW has some unique features, and I will show you one right now. One unique feature this BMW 3 Series has is that you can open the trunk, but only the top part if you want to. So if you have stashed your luggage here for your holiday and you don't want to open your trunk because you can risk everything falling out, you can just open this top part and you can stack it. So you can actually get to use the 500 liters that this trunk has. And if you extend the rear seats, you get 1,420 liters, which is more than enough. But yeah, you can open this top part, which is just excellent. You can also open the trunk as normal. Going into the rear seats, it is actually more than enough space back here. I have plenty of knee room, my legs are tucked nice under the seat, and I have a lot of headroom. And it's actually pretty nice and comfortable sitting here. You also have this handrest with cup holders, with a lot of plastic though. And you have two USB-C ports, but not the ability to heat the rear seats. There's a really nice design on the rear doors. Here you can see that this car has the Harman Kardon sound system, which is an excellent speaker system. The rear seats also has the M-Sport seats with Alcantara and leather, which is really nice. This car has a 2.0 four-cylinder engine, which produces, combined with the electric motor, 288 horsepower, 420 Newton meters of torque. The key is out of battery, so I need to press the key on the right side to be able to start. You also have two cup holders here in the front and the ability to charge your phone with wireless charging. This car also has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is really nice. And to take the car into drive, you need to press this button on the side and take it back to drive. And the cameras on this car is excellent. You can see that it is a nice field of view, so you can see everything. And one feature I really like with this car is that when you are backing up, the 360-degree camera zooms in on, for example, the back side, if you are really near to that thing you're backing into. This car also has the heads-up display, which is really nice. It's clear, and it actually tells you a lot of information when you are heading or driving towards a roundabout. It will tell you that you are soon to be in a roundabout, and it will automatically slow down if you take your foot off the gas, which is a nice feature in my opinion. It helps you get to see everything. And one thing that I love about this car is you can put it into manual mode, and to do that you just have to take it to the left side, just like a Porsche. Now you can shift the gears like you want to. The range of this car, or the range of the electric motor, is 35 kilometers fully charged. which is more than enough if you are just driving in your hometown and just going to work and back, especially here in Norway. And you can change the modes from fully electric or to hybrid, and also to sport, which we will test later. And you can see that the materials in this car are mostly leather and some plastic. And as you can see, there are a lot of buttons, but the buttons feel a little bit plasticky, but they are nice to the touch. And this BMW is silent on the road. Yesterday when I was driving this car, it was super windy outside, but I couldn't hear anything in the cabin. This car also has ambient lighting, which is really nice. It makes the atmosphere in the car more cozy, especially if you're driving in the night. One con though is that the light in the steering wheel and the buttons is orange, and I don't think that that's a nice color. I really like when the color on the buttons is a more natural color, like the Polestar or Volvo, for example. I think orange is just a bit too, I don't know, I don't like it. But it's fine. The steering wheel is also heated. You just need to press this button and the heating will be activated. It is only one setting though. It's just press it and it will turn on, and press it again it will turn off, so you can't change the heat levels like in the Polestar, for example. You can now see the ambient lighting and the orange buttons, which I do not like. This BMW also has the pilot package, which I think is a must-have in today's cars. So you get a cruise control and lane keeping assist and more, which is really nice, especially driving on the highway. As you can see, if I press this button here, you can also see in the heads-up display that we get the green, which will show us the distance we're keeping from the car in front. So you can change the distance by pressing the buttons on the left and right here. So pressing the one to the left, you will be closer to the car in front, and pressing the button to the right, you will get further away from the car in front. So I like to have it at maximum. And you can change the speed by just pressing this button up and down. And if you press it fully, it takes 10 kilometers an hour up. So just change one at a time if you want to go from 50 kilometers an hour to 53, for example. And that you can't do in the Polestar, which I really think is, I think you really need to be able to change every kilometer an hour. And another thing I really like about this cruise control is that the speed is set. When you have 60 kilometers an hour set on the cruise control, it only drives to 60. In the Polestar, if you are driving in 50 or you set the cruise control to 50, it will actually go to 55 when you're driving downhill, and then it will brake. But this car keeps the speed that you have set. And the steering wheel is really nice and has a nice feel to it. I'm a huge fan of BMW's steering wheels. And the suspension on this car is great as well. It has the M-Sport suspension, which is a little bit more stiff, I think, than the regular suspensions, but it is really comfortable being a sportier suspension. And this car is a plug-in hybrid, which means you can charge the car the Lexus that we drove the other day is just a hybrid, so it charges on its own. But this car you need to charge yourself with a charging cable. It will also charge if you are driving downhill, like now. So you can see in the gauge cluster it's charging now. The car's braking. Coming up to the bridge here, we can try the sport mode. So we can try it manually or with manual gear changing. So just press the sport button and you can see we get the extra boost, which makes this car using all of its power. Really nice speed on this car. It's a good sound as well. The 2-liter 4-cylinder engine makes a really good, nice sound. And with the pilot package you also get the lane keeping assist, as I said. So if you press the mode button here, it will change from being assisted driving and not. So now I can just take my hands off the wheel and it will drive on its own. And typical BMW will now start blinking really fast. As you can see, it starts blinking here as well. In some cars you just get a warning, and sometimes you don't see it. So when the car just stops driving for you, you can almost crash if you're not aware. But I actually prefer driving without lane assist. It is only when I'm driving on the highway I will actually use it. I prefer using the cruise control. And you can now see that we have charged back to 1 kilometer of range after the downhill in the tunnel. So the car charges by itself. You can see now it's charging as well because it's slowing down. You can also hear the blinking sound, which is BMW. It's nothing new here. One thing that is worth mentioning is the matrix headlights of this car. They are ridiculously good. Some cars like the Tesla in front of us has the automatic headlights, but if a car comes towards you, it will actually just turn off the headlights. So what this car does is it actually just turns off the headlights around the car, so you still have lights on the sides, which is a really nice feature. In the next video here at KMTcars, we will review a car that has been more and more popular, especially here in Norway. So if you want to see our next video here at KMTcars, please make sure to subscribe and like the video if you did like it. And I'll see you guys in the next one when we are driving the new and popular car here in Norway. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.